Good morning. Oh, that's wonderful. Welcome to the First Universalist Church of Yarmouth. My name is John Auble, and I'm a member of the Worship Council. So glad to be here with you and greeting you this morning. A warm welcome to all gathered here in the sanctuary and to all of our friends virtually on Zoom this morning. At First Universalist, our mission is to explore our faith, embrace our community, and to engage the world as spiritual seekers. May we take these words to heart. If this is your first time to the congregation, welcome. We invite you to fill out a connection card located in the pew in front of you, and we'll collect that later on, and you can put it in the offering plate when it goes through, and we'll try to connect you to programs that might interest you. If you're here today with a young child, you might prefer to spend the next hour in a space with toy and games. Nursery care is available throughout our service, and our nursery is located outside this door, down the hallway to the left. And following our time of wonder, all children are invited to join Mac and Gwen downstairs for Children's Chapel. Before we begin the service, we have 3 announcements. First, directly following our worship service today, we will hold a fire drill. Members of the Yarmouth Fire Department will be on hand to facilitate the drill for us. Fire drills are common practices for many churches, and we light a lot of candles in here. So the fire drill will help ensure that everyone knows how to exit the building and/or find a safe location in our building in case of an emergency. Thanks for assisting us in making sure we are safe as can be in our beloved church. Secondly, thanks to all volunteers and our fearless culinary organizers and leaders, Cindy Guernsey and Sarah Whitty, who made our main farm supper a delicious success last night. Yay! Yeah. We raised over $2,600 for MANA. One more time, $2,600 for MANA, the Maine Association for New Americans. Joy and justice abound. It gets better. We have some wonderful leftovers for sale downstairs after the fire drill, and we plan to strengthen our partnership with MANA and share our space with them. Third, for those of you who can never get enough of Sam's amazing piano music, we can see him perform here this Wednesday, November 8th, from 6:30 to 8. The suggested ticket price is $25 or whatever you are more comfortable with. All are welcome. And now, I invite you to stretch, take a deep breath. As we settle into this time together, our music director, Sam Chandler, will lead us into worship.
Good morning. How are you? Happy daylight savings time. What time is it? Who knows? Who knows what time it is? But I am so glad we are here right now at this time together. I'm Reverend Hillary. I serve as the minister here, and it is with peace and friendship that I say, no matter who you are, or where you're from, or whom you love, or what you have done, if you too have gathered here in the midst of it all with peace and friendship this morning, you are welcome here and you are needed. You are needed here. Friends, this morning, the first Sunday of November, our month of generosity, we offer a service that uplifts the good in our lives and calls us to reflect on how we can be of use to sustain and create greater and greater goodness in our lives, in our communities, and in our world at large. No problem. We got this. We got this. We got this. Our opening reading this morning is in honor of November, which many of you know is my favorite month of the year. The heart wants what it wants, wants what it wants. And each year, when this month of golden light and red berries, pale skies, and increasing stillness rolls around, I always think of this poem by Barbara Crooker entitled Praise Song. Praise Song. Praise the light of late November, the thin sunlight that goes deep in the bones. Praise the crows chattering in the oak trees. Though they are clothed in night, they do not despair. Praise what little there's left, the small boats of milkweed pods, husks, hulls, shells, the architecture of trees. Praise the meadow of dried weeds, yarrow, goldenrod, chicory, the remains of summer. Praise the blue sky that hasn't cracked yet. Praise the sun slipping down behind the beech nuts. Praise the quilt of leaves that covers the grass, scarlet oak, sweet gum, sugar maple. Though darkness gathers, praise our crazy, fallen world. It's all we have, and it is never enough. Good morning, friends. Praise be to the goodness of this moment we share and create together right now. As we settle into this sacred space, let's turn now to our neighbors. Wish them a good morning and ask them how they are. Friends, will you rise in body and spirit and join us in singing our opening hymn, number 188, in your hardcover hymnal, Come, Come, Whoever You Are.
All right, so we are going to sing this in a bit of a round. So this side, you're part number 1. This side, you're part number 3. What that means is part number 1 will start singing. Part number 3, you'll wait. When it gets to number 3, on the word ours is no caravan, you start at come, 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 whoever you are. So once it gets to 3, you start, and then both sides are going to sing it twice all the way through, which means part 1, you'll have a part where you're just listening at the very end. Is that good? Okay, great.
Beautiful. Thanks, everyone. Will you please remain risen and join me in the words of our unison affirmation? They're written in your order of worship. We are united in seeking to increase love with justice and to constitute a free church open to all people, mindful of our past and drawing upon modern knowledge. We respond to the spiritual needs of persons and are devoted to the common good in community, nation, and world. We cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth with reason as our guide. We respect differences of opinion and strive to be a democratic community. We are concerned with this world and open to the future. Thank you. You may be seated. And I warmly welcome Maya, Violet, and Leslie Pike forward to light our chalice this morning.
Hi, I'm Leslie,
Maya, Violet.
and we are happy to be here. Little did they know they were lighting the chalice today, until yesterday. But we did a little reflecting, and I was thinking about the chalice and wondering what makes this candle different from other candles, like birthday candles, where we think, yay, another year. Maybe a candle at dinner where you think, oh, I really enjoy your company. Or maybe a power outage and you're thinking, oh, let's get rid of these candles and get the lights back on. So candles have so many meanings. And when I thought about the meaning of the chalice, I thought of our intention of peace and friendship. And that sets this candle apart from others in so many ways. The first, for peace, we walk in every day or every week with the intention of peace, and that can be so different for so many people. But you bring that intention with your whole self and your whole life every single week, and that's pretty remarkable, and it takes a lot of courage. The second part is that we do it with friendship, and I think for me personally, that's been the missing piece in my spiritual self-healing journey, that there's a lot of power behind collective energy. And the connection and the community that's here, we come together in friendship. And that's remarkable as well. So when we light this candle, little did I know when I started here a few years ago that this candle radiates a collective energy where we're not alone, we do it peacefully and with friendship, and it has a symbolism of strength, hope, healing, and connection. And so that's what it means to me. So I think it's a pretty cool candle. And when I started here, I definitely didn't have that association. But that's mine. But Maya, do you want to share? No. So I have her words. So we were at Toots, and I was like, what does the chalice mean to you? And she's having ice cream, and she so eloquently and simply said, it opens a door of opportunities for our joys and sorrows. I know. So
Nice job, Maya.
yeah, pretty much. It took me all week, and it took her one lick of ice cream, and I was like, yep, you got it. So she was spot on. And so with that, that's what I love about the younger generation. So I asked the kids to come up because you definitely have so much insight and power to help light this candle. So all the children come up, and any young bodies, smaller bodies. And we're going to light the candle. We light our callus in peace and in friendship. Good job, friends. All right, do they stay?
Thanks. Thanks so much. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
All right, so today we're thinking about voting, because I don't know if you know, there's an election coming up. So we were going to have all of you participate in voting as well. So hopefully you have your ribbon handy.
Or you can just, flap your hand
Flap your
around in the
hands.
air if you like.
Okay, so we're gonna do a few votes that are just for fun, just some practice votes, and then we're gonna do a very important vote at the end.
Yeah.
All right. You wanna? I'll start. So you're gonna wave your ribbon for one thing or the other thing. I'll tell you what it is first. You have to pick your favorite between cheese or chocolate.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that's what it is. Your choice is cheese or chocolate.
Cheese or chocolate?
Do we hear cheese?
Okay, if you got cheese. All right. Who says chocolate? Oh.
Oh.
I can't even tell who won that.
Okay, again, cheese?
Cheese. Okay, chocolate. Oh, it's chocolate.
I think it's chocolate. I think it's chocolate. I think it's chocolate.
I think it's chocolate. All right, Mac, do you have something for us to vote on?
All right, so for me, I'd like at the end of the day, what would you rather do? Read a book or watch a movie? All right, waggle your ribbon if you think read a book.
Wow.
Okay? Waggle your ribbon if you think watch a movie. Oh, that seems
It's
like
another close call.
almost a tie.
There are a lot of people voting twice.
People are just like,
So maybe that one's a tie.
Yeah.
yeah. It's an either or question.
Okay. So, given what I said earlier today, I'm wondering how many people would prefer to be on vacation and really luxuriate in the month of November, or be on vacation and really luxuriate in the month of May? I know, right? I know. It's essentially a fall or spring question. But November or May? There's no black flies in November. All right, November?
Okay.
May? I think that's May.
May
I think we have a
wins.
clear
May wins.
May
Yes.
wins. All right, all right.
Superior month.
Okay, so now this is time for the serious, important vote that is going to impact our future.
Whoa.
Next week.
And Sam, I want to apologize in advance. This vote involves you, and I didn't run it by you, so we can. Okay, cool. So you do
It's
have.
okay,
you
your
have
vote matters too, Sam.
veto power, essentially, in this one.
All right, so our vote, and Sam is going to help us with this vote, is our opening hymn next Sunday.
Oh.
Is it going to be Lean on Me? Sam, can you play a little bit of that? Okay, so Lean
that's a
on
good
Me,
one.
or the other option is This Little Light of Mine. Okay, so you know our two choices. This is gonna affect us next Sunday. It's real.
Oh boy.
All right. So, Lean on Me. Wave your ribbon for Lean on Me.
I think that's
All right. Wave your ribbon for this little light of mine.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. We gotta do this again so I can gauge. Wave your ribbon for Lean on Me.
Okay.
Okay, wave your ribbon for This Little Light of Mine. Oh my
Oh,
God.
man. All right, I guess we got an opener and a closer. Done.
It's really hard to tell.
All right. You can guarantee. What'd you say? Recount. All right. Well, you can guarantee one of those songs will absolutely be sung next week.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, so we're going to invite down Junior Youth Group and Children's Chapel. We're going to start working on our Friendsgiving preparations for next Sunday. I hope you will all come and join us for Friendsgiving. Yeah, but first, let's say our children's blessing. We are Unitarian, Universalists, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands.
Join us downstairs.
Thanks, all. Have a good Children's Chapel. We now come to the time in our service that we set aside for quiet prayer and meditation. This is a time to reflect on the events of the past week or look forward to what might come in the days ahead. Offer a prayer of loving kindness to someone in need of loving kindness, or just be here now. Following our time of quiet, all are invited to come up and light a silent candle this morning for any prayers or meditations you keep today. First, though, will you join me in taking a deep, refreshing breath in, a calming breath out, and relax into a sacred time of silence. At this time, all are welcome to come forward and light a silent candle that will not be sharing our feelings out loud this morning. Our gathered community and I hold your joys and sorrows with you today and always. If you'd like to light a candle, just come forward, take a candle from this basket here on our table, light it from our chalice, and place it in this box of collective sand. For our friends joining us virtually today, if you would like to have a candle lit, just say so in the chat, and we'll light one for you here. You're also welcome to light a candle at home at this time. Does anyone wish to come forward and light a silent candle today? Let's take another short moment of quiet and stillness, friends. I invite you to join me now in a short prayer of loving kindness. You can repeat each of these lines after me out loud, or simply let these words and these intentions echo in your heart and mind. Joanna, I don't know if it's possible, but are you able to just crack that window open so that the words of our prayer are carried on the breeze for all who need to feel them today? Won't you join me in this prayer? May we and all beings be peaceful. May we and all beings be peaceful. May we and all beings be healthy. May we and all beings be healthy. May we and all beings be joyful. May we and all beings be joyful. May we and all beings be free. May we and all beings be free. Let it be so, and amen. Our friend John will now introduce our offering. Thanks, John.
In honor of our November theme of generosity, our half-plate recipient this week is Grace Street Ministry. Grace Street Ministry is an outreach street ministry for the marginalized and unhoused in downtown Portland. They offer a consistent, compassionate, pastoral presence to relieve suffering by listening, guiding, and offering essential basics such as socks or a simple cup of coffee. In the words of Pastor Jeff Logan, in these scary and uncertain times, we feel as if what we bring to this community is essential. And although we will be exceptionally careful, we plan to continue showing up. For those in the sanctuary this morning, we will be passing the offering plate to one another. For those gathered with us online, you're invited to make your offering using the donate button in the order of worship or by dropping a check in the mail. Thank you for your generosity.
Sam. Everyone, I would just like to take a moment and say that Friday was Sam's birthday. And I think we should have some ribbons for our friend Sam. Yeah. And will you sing happy birthday to yourself? No. Let's sing our song of Thanksgiving. Happy birthday, Sam. Thank you all for your generosity. Our reading this morning is a poem by the much lauded activist and feminist writer Marge Piercy. It is entitled "To Be of Use." The people I love the best jump into work head first without dallying in the shadows, and swim off with sure strokes almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element, the black, sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves, an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again. I want to be with people who submerge in the task, who go into the fields to harvest and work in a row and pass the bags along, who are not parlor generals or field deserters, but move in a common rhythm when the food must come in or the fire be put out. The work of the world is common as mud. Botched, it smears the hands, crumbles to dust. But the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. Greek amphoras for wine or oil, Hopi vases that held corn are put in museums. But you know they were made to be used. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real. All right, so just roll with me with this one today. So we all have our vices. For some of us, it's cheese. For others, it's chocolate. Some here I know schedule their weekends around Patriots games. Others just can't get enough silly cat videos. For me, as some of you know, my greatest vice is Taylor Swift. When she re-released her saccharine dream of an album, 1989, 2 Fridays ago on October 27th, though, admittedly, I wasn't super in the mood for it. Nonetheless, like a moth to the flame, I could not resist Taylor's pull for long. And so, as I, like many, passed the time under lockdown that weekend, raking leaves and cleaning my house and trying to remember to breathe and not to jump when those low-flying helicopters zoomed overhead, I listened and sang along to every sweet, boppy word of 1989 over and over and over and over again. And as I did, I could not help but flash back to my apartment in Somerville, Massachusetts in April 2013, when my roommates and I passed the anxious time under lockdown learning Taylor Swift songs on our guitars and ukuleles, while SWAT teams scoured the streets around us, searching for the marathon bombers. I guess I have been trying to shake it off with Taylor for a long time. In an amazing feat of will and power, the newly minted billionaire Taylor Swift recently embarked on the project of re-recording 6 of her albums. Like so many musicians, when she first got a record deal, she signed away the rights of her songs. She doesn't own her music, a record label does. And these past couple of years, she's been painstakingly re-recording these albums on her own record label so she can own the masters of them, subtitling each re-record Taylor's version. The 1989 I've been listening to on repeat these past weeks is 1989 Taylor's version. And the album, pretty amazingly, sounds exactly the same as the original recording from 2014. Though, if there are any Swifties in the house who want to get into the weeds during coffee hour about production differences, I am so ready for it. One song called Out of the Woods stood out to me immediately on this re-recording as markedly more powerful, raw, and meaningful. My beloved mentor and friend, the Reverend Claire Feingold Thorham, has this pithy maxim she often says: communication is something that the listener does. Communication is something that the listener does. Meaning that when a lesson is taught, a poem is read, a song is heard, and so on, the writer, speaker, singer, etc., sure is saying something, but it is the listener who is making meaning out of these words based on their own circumstances and perceptions. This is why in divinity school, they teach ministers to approach the pulpit each Sunday with the expectation that someone in the room just received a cancer diagnosis, someone just got their dream job, someone lost a best friend, and someone is falling in love. Like pretty much every single Taylor Swift song, Out of the Woods is about a boy. But as I listened to it on my drive up to the Basilica in Lewiston last Sunday for a huge community vigil, I perceived this song differently. The driving force in Out of the Woods is a repetitive refrain that plays over and over and over through the song, alongside a propulsive beat that makes you feel almost like you're running as you listen to it. It's like, and that refrain goes, if there's Swifties in the house, you can sing along on this one. I know you know it. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the... And on and on and on and on and on. In the clear yet? Good. It's a great song. It's a great song. It's a banger, as the youth say. And as I'm literally driving through the woods last Sunday towards my battered and grieving hometown, this song no longer was about Taylor's fling with Harry Styles. This song was about the thrumming pulse of anxiety, of a desire for things to be different, for things to be okay. A thrum that I think is and has been with many of us these past weeks and these past years. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we in the clear yet? Our Justice Council here, Faith in Action, has started every meeting this fall by reading that Marge Piercy poem, To Be of Use. We go around our circle, each person reading a line or two, and then we take a few minutes to reflect on its meaning, how we are communicating it, and which lines stand out to us on that particular day. The people I love the best jump into work head first without dallying in the shadows. I love people who pull like water buffalo with massive patience. People who do what has to be done again and again. I want to be with people who submerge in the task, people who move in a common rhythm. Admittedly, my friends, this well-known and well-loved poem has always stressed me out a bit. When Piercy tells me to strain in the mud and in the muck to move things forward, well, some days I'd rather have Mary Oliver tell me to let the soft animal of my body love what it loves. And of course, both Marge and Mary's words are of use in our lives, which is why I tend to listen to Taylor Swift as I strain in the muck and the mud. Yes, the listener is the one who does the communicating, but the listener also must examine why she is hearing and what she is hearing and why she is hearing it that way as well. Lately, during our Faith in Action meetings, I've been drawn to the last two lines of Piercy's poem. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real. Given its archetypal meanings, I can't help but understand water here as a symbol of emotion, feeling, passion. The pitcher cries for water to carry. We want to feel something. We want to be passionate about something. Or as I said last week, we need to feel something right now, to attend to the arrow, to gently touch our pain and move forward accordingly. And a person cries for work that is real. Yeah, who here doesn't cry for work that is real every day? Work that is impactful, meaningful, witnessed, shared, felt. It can be easy in these times to feel everything, everywhere, all at once. So much so that we don't really end up feeling anything at all. Just tired, overwhelmed, numb. It's easy to feel like no work is real, to feel helpless, that there's nothing really that can be done to cease the fire in this violent, split-up world. In order to maintain my energy and my sanity as I ponder this poem and these lines, I can't help but read, the pitcher cries for water to carry and a person for work that is real, in tandem with the previous line in this poem. The work of the world is common as mud. In that Taylor Swift song, God, I don't know how Marge Piercy would feel about being analyzed along with Taylor Swift lyrics right now. But here we are. Desperate times call for making use of every resource you have. In Out of the Woods, Taylor's version, that circular, thrumming, anxious refrain ends each round with a breath, a pause, a moment of release, a yes, before it begins again. Again, it goes, are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. As I drove to Lewiston last Sunday night, I communicated this song in a new way. How this refrain is it. This is the way many of our minds operate, each of us looking for progress, for clarity, for an end to the bad news cycles and the stresses of our lives. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we in the clear yet? But then, in the midst of the woods, there are the moments of good, that give us that release, that pause, that proof of goodness. So we can keep on moving forward, knowing there is something real to live for, to hope for, to work toward. Since this revelation, this new meaning communicated in T Swift Bop, I've been keeping my mind, heart, and hands attuned to those moments of good, which I'm noticing are sometimes miraculous and sometimes common as mud. That interfaith community vigil in Lewiston, a vast sea of people of different classes and races and political affiliations and religions, all at one point raising our hands and signing love to each other, and then up to the heavens. Just try that. Raise your hand in the symbol of love. Just try it. It's just, yeah, it's like this. Look around, symbols of love. And then raise it up to the heavens. Send it out. Imagine doing that with over 1,000 people. In Lewiston. In Lewiston. Yeah. And then there was a Halloween parade in Brunswick this week. Hundreds of people of all ages dressed as dragons and giraffes, lobsters, a mailbox, with marching bands moving them cheerfully down Main Street to the tune of Thriller, candy flying left and right. Defiant, absurd, contagiously wonderful joy. Good. The Main Farm Supper? A bewildering biannual feat of culinary skill and organization. A delicious, collective, celebratory action for joy and justice. Defiant collaboration and community building. Good. Good. This week, this Tuesday, Election Day, voting? Get out and vote. Be defiant in your hope. Be engaged in your community, in our state. Let your voice be heard. Uplift your values. Good. Being here today, turning to greet your neighbors a half an hour ago, welcoming, breathing, coming back to life, believing in loving kindness, believing in loving kindness. Good. The work of the world is common as mud, my friends. And participating in and uplifting the good is work that is real and necessary for the long run. The refrain in that Taylor song keeps going and going and going and going, just like life. We will always be in the woods until everyone is in the clear, which we might not see in our lives. But yet that is no reason to stop living and working and uplifting the good. Though darkness gathers, praise our crazy fallen world, for it is all we have, and it is never enough. Blessed be this day, my friends. Blessed be this moment, this goodness. And may we know this goodness all too well every single day of our lives. Amen, and let it be so. Our closing hymn, if you'd like to rise in body and spirit, is number 168, One More Step. Will you join me in a closing time of prayer? May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience profound joy in the causes of profound joy. May we all look for and see the good, and may we all get free. Will you join me in the words of our unison benediction written in your order of service? For those who come here seeking God, may God go with you. For those who come embracing life, may life return your affection. For those who come to seek a path, may a way be found and the courage to take it step by step. Thanks for being here today, all. It's good to see you. As we mentioned at the top, we will be having our all-church fire drill after we have a little postlude sing-along. If you are not up for participating in a fire drill today, that's okay. After the postlude or whenever you like, you can take off. For those who are open to practicing evacuating our building, just have a seat once we stop singing, and Ben will come up and tell us a little bit more about where the exits are and how to get out of here. And I believe members of the fire department will be joining us as well. Okay? All right, let's sing a little.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. There was a big high wall there that tried to stop me. A sign was painted, said private property, but on the backside it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. This land is yours. When the sun comes shining, then I was strolling, and wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling. The voice was chanting as the fog was lifting. This land was made for you. This land is
All right, so first you did used to hold fire drills. I don't think we've had one for 15, 20 years. And I believe UU Brunswick is also holding their fire drill today, so we are in good company right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating in this.